If you are over 30, 40, or 50 years old, why should you consider starting to invest $500? Some might think this is ridiculous. $500. Is it even worth it? Let me explain why it can mean a massive advantage for you. Let's discuss three reasons why we should consider investing $500 if you're over 30, 40, or 50 years old. If you are 30, 50, or 50 years old and you haven't started investing, investing can be daunting. In fact, so many have thought about starting to invest, but they haven't done or they haven't started anything. And if you are over 50 and you haven't started investing or doing your own investing, then it doesn't mean that you are not invested in stocks. In fact, your super or your pension is invested in shares by your pension fund. Let's talk about the advantages of starting with 500. The first advantage is it enables you to learn how to invest. If you have $500 to invest, it limits your risk. So if you lose that 500, it will not give you a panic attack. The idea here actually is to have at least $1,500, but you have three sets of 500, but don't invest them all at the same time. Remember, this is a learning experience to you. So if you have 1,500, only invest 500. That's why this video is entitled Start Investing with 500, because you don't invest the other 1,000 simultaneously with your initial 500. Your purpose why you're starting to invest is to learn how to invest. You'll be able to learn how to research which sector of the market you're going to invest in. You're going to learn which commodity you're going to invest in. For example, penny stocks offer substantial gains. And in Australia or wherever you live, there's so many opportunities, especially now because wherever you live, whether Europe, North America, or in Asia, your platforms in investing now allows you to invest in companies located in Australia. And my favorite is the exploration companies that are exploring minerals in Australia. And you can find that in my other videos. Let's get back to the first important reason why you should consider investing. If you learn how to invest 500, you will learn how to research, shortlist companies, and choose the company. You will be able to learn how to evaluate an investing opportunity. For example, if you pick up a company like a gold exploration company, you'll be able to learn how to research the company, evaluate the project, get to know the people who are running the company, and also the project location. It should be in safe jurisdiction. Things like that are discussed in the other videos. The most important lesson is also about yourself. If you invested $500, you will be able to develop patience and calmness. If, for example, your initial investment lost its value, you'll be able to discover your temperament. How do you take paper losses? So starting with 500 really is very important because it will not give you so much stress. You can focus on learning rather than worrying about losing the money. But of course, if you gain the money, you can learn a lesson from there as well. So the most important is that you learn how to invest. And number two, as I mentioned, penny stocks is a niche that offers potential for substantial gains. And there's so many examples in my other videos in Australia where penny stocks make 5 times, 20 times, even 100 or 500 times gains. Yes, 50,000 gains. Of course, those are rare, but the point is that this sector of the market, exploration, is can be very rewarding. I'll put the links on video of the videos that you can check why and how this is explained. Number three, benefit. The investing skill you acquire might enable you to manage your bigger assets. And this is where that investing skill is very important. Learning how to invest 500 becomes even more important. In Australia or in other parts of the world, such as Canada, some of the governments gives you the opportunity to invest your own pension or your super. It's called super in Australia. So there's a lot of self-managed super fund in Australia. But how can you manage your super fund if you don't know how to invest in the first place? You are just risking your pension. So it is important for you to learn first how to invest small amounts. You gain the confidence, you discover about yourself, and you learn how to protect your capital. That you don't take so much risk, limit your risk. And investing in this way with $500 is not about making money today or next week. It's about learning the skill so that you can apply it in your bigger assets. Alternatively, if you start investing $500, you might discover that investing is not for you. If you're too nervous, if you're too depressed, if you lose 500, then investing might not be for you. That's okay. Don't force yourself. At least you tried to learn how to invest. The idea of this video, why it says over 30, 40, or 50, is because at that time you would have some amounts in your super fund. And that amount is something that you can actually grow if you learn how to invest. You could imagine if you're 30, 40, or 50, especially if you're 50 already, and you have 50 grand or 100 grand, you might think that you don't want to lose that money, but you have the opportunity to grow that money if you learn how to invest. Because so many advisors are telling us that it is not worth it to set up your self-managed super fund if it's below 250,000. But where did they get those amounts? These are financial advisors who are not in agreement with each other. There are so many opinions, but I'll demonstrate to you why managing your super, if you have the skill, is so beneficial. In this slide, it shows you how one super fund performed. You can look at the right column, which is 2019. This guy has started investing and he learned some skills. And so he started to create his super fund. In 2019, the year 2019, he made losses. That would have discouraged him because he thought he has the skill, but he still needed to improve his skills. So it's not a guarantee that you make money right away. But if you have the confidence already by investing 500, you know how to research, you know how to choose, you know how to evaluate a company. Maybe this guy invested so much. So if you have 50,000 in your super, it doesn't mean that you invest all the 50,000 in stocks. You adopt the same strategy. You invest 5,000 first, so you don't have you won't incur this kind of loss like 20%. So if you invested $10,000 in penny stocks and have done your due diligence, it means that if you lost 20% or 19%, you lost almost everything. The good thing about that is if you have 50,000 in your super and you're investing only 10,000 in penny stocks of your choice, the 40,000 is secured. You can put that in a term deposit. And then 2020, this was a bad year because of the pandemic. Look at all the index on ASX, all ordinaries, ASX 200, Dow Jones, S&P 500. Only S&P 500 was positive. In the SMS super fund sector, almost everyone didn't make money, or if they made the money, it's very tiny, it's negligible. 2020. But have a look at 2021, 2022, and 2023. This guy who didn't succeed that much in the first 2 years, these are the kind of growth that you can achieve if you manage your super fund and if you have learned the skill how to make investments. So this is why the purpose really of investing when you're over 30, over 40, or over 50 is not to make so much money right away, But if you can learn how to invest for a period of 6 months to 1 year and you gain that confidence, then you don't even have to produce your own capital. Your capital is there waiting for you, your super fund, and you will be in control. Because when the super funds is managed by someone else, well, look at their returns. Very, very mediocre, ordinary. Everyone made money in 2021, but look at the self-managed super fund. At 2022, almost everyone else made losses in the index as well as the various diversified fund performance. High growth, all growth, balanced, conservative, they all made losses. But if you are investing a little amount in penny stocks and you are careful, you have done your work in evaluating these investments, this is what's possible for you. Investing is not the same as trading, and this channel focuses on sharing videos on investing, not trading. So check other content creators if interested in trading, and this channel doesn't endorse trading. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next videos if you're interested in these contents.